Hello and welcome to the Tangled Skein CA. My name is Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7 on Instagram and Ravelry. Places you can find me. I just had an avalanche. Oops. I have a whole bunch of fabric piled up over there because I just cut a bunch today. Anyways, where were we? I've said it. I'm Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7 on Ravelry and Instagram. Places you can find the podcast. The Tangled Skein CA podcast group in Ravelry. The Facebook has a podcast group of the same name. The blog is the tangledskein.ca.com. If you want to email me at the blog, it's thetangledskein.ca@gmail.com. You can also find my shop at the Tangled Skein CA, and Etsy is my shop. So, and YouTube as well. All the links will be down below. I know a lot of you appreciate having the links in the show notes down below, so I will try and make a habit of doing that. I got that idea from Allison of Lofty Loops, the Lofty Loops podcast. Hi, Allison. So let's get into it. I don't have too much, but I figured I would record now because otherwise it would be 2 weeks before I would record, and today it's Labor Day where I am in Canada. I believe it's Labor Day in the US. Not sure about the rest of the world, but if it is, I hope you're having a great day off. So let's get into this. FOs, nothing jumped off my needles, not even close, but I'm okay with that. I am working feverishly on a few things, so I'm hoping that they'll be done quite soon. I do have a few whips. Now, I don't know where I was. I believe, first let me tell you what I'm talking about. I think I've never done this before. So these are the Deadpool socks, and this is made out of Fresh from the Cauldron in the Deadpool colorway. It's knit on 2.75 millimeters, which is a US 2 needle. These are for my husband, and I'm like literally ready to put the heel in. And you can see my little progress keeper. It's a carrot cake. And it did not have a chip bitten out of it. Will this even focus? My dog got a hold of it. Don't ask me how, but it actually looks like there's a piece bitten out of it. So, I do 2 at a time magic loop. His socks are 64 stitches. Normally I would do ribbed on the top and then a ribbed leg, but I decided not to this time because I just wanted to whip through the foot. Now I have to put a heel in. And I'm trying to decide, I don't know what kind of heel to put in. I normally do a short row heel, and that pattern for that heel I got from Laura Linneman in Socks on a Plane. That's the heel I've used for everything for him. I tried the Fish Lips Kiss heel, doesn't like it. So I'm thinking of a heel flap and gusset, and I need to find a pattern, a very simple pattern that has just the regular slip stitch heel flap. So if anybody knows of one that's pretty easy, please let me know. I will try it out. So, those are gorgeous. This is being held in my bag from Birch Grove. I finally, a few weeks ago, was able to get one of her bags. I absolutely love them. She's got leather ties with little metal, and it's kind of, it's not interface, but it's padded a bit, and it's just got a white interior. So I actually love this bag. Very portable. One of my favorites right now. All right, next. I'm doing a test knit for RowsomKnits. Caitlin sent out a message end of August, maybe a week and a half, and it is for, it's called Summit. Of course, I'm not on the right page. We can share our photos on Instagram, so I suppose I'm pretty sure I can share it here. But it's called Summit. And so you have this section here with garter bumps. Then this section here is supposed to represent mountains. And then this section here is, because you can tell it's drop stitches. So she is Canadian. She lives in BC. And I can't quite remember where I was last time because silly me, I moved my, am I in the middle of a row? Yeah, I am. I moved my progress keeper, so I can't sorry, I'm moving this around way too much, and that my mic is right there. So it started off with this section, and now, if I can get this to go right and show you, I've started the mountains. So these things here are the mountains, and they're over here. And then if you go to the other end, there are more. So I'm on that part. I exclusively knit on this during the week because I wanted to get some good progress done. One of the testers is already finished, which is amazing. I'm sure if I knit on nothing but this at work and at home and knit in the morning before I go to work, I'd probably got more done, but I just don't. So the yarn I am using is Fisherman's wool, and I'm using a cream and a brown. So those two colors, well, it's not quite coming out the right color. But, oh, there, that's a little better. These are huge skeins. So I balled those up. And the third color that I will be adding on will be, it's Cascade. And it's a worsted. So that pretty much true to color right there. And so these are three sort of roughish, that does not make sense. They are kind of rough yarn, but I'm hoping once it has a bath in some soap that it'll do better. If not, I will soak it again with some conditioner. So I'm gonna stop making noise near the mic. This is knit on size 5mm, which is a US 8. This is being housed in my Paradise Island bag. Oops, let's get it here. It says Knitterati. Has a nice little pocket on the back, and inside she has her logo, Paradise Island. She's out of Toronto, and when I saw these going up, I had to have it. It's very well made. It's a nice canvas. She screen prints them, so if you're looking for that kind of bag, I'll try and link it in the show notes. Okay. What I have been knitting on since Friday evening. So I knitted on it Friday evening, all day Saturday. Well, Saturday evening because I was in Montreal on Saturday, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that at the end in a little chatter section I've decided to do. And I knit on it Saturday night, all of Sunday, and I knit a bit on it this morning. So first I'm going to say it's in my Jezebel bag that I got at the Twist Festival. It's got this lovely fabric on the inside. Is that called houndstooth? Maybe right. Now, so this you can carry it, right? Well, I saw a display at Twist Fiber Festival, and let me just, I can flip this bag to make it look like she did. What kind of turns it to sort of a pouch. I'm trying. So it turns it into this. So you've got the bag, which is just flipped over. And as you can see, those are fingering. The green one is a little smaller than the rest, but that's fingering yarn. Still plenty of room. So I am knitting the Land of Lakes by RhyFlower Knits, who is Melinda. She's Canadian. Absolutely amazing designer. I would really love to live in her head for a little while. She blows me away with some of the things she does, like amazing. I'm proud to call her a Canadian. So this is the Land of Lakes. So you've got garter, and this is lace. I'm not quite sure you're going to get it because of the picture. I don't think I have the other page that has a picture because I don't staple my patterns together. And well, the one thing I like about her patterns, well, this one in particular, is she has this. This is telling you what row you're on, what repeat you're doing, and how many stitches you need to have. Absolutely love it. Because I keep my little handy dandy tool here that I got from, I think it was Knit Picks. And so I put it on the row that I'm currently doing, which really helps me a lot. And all I'm reading from is in the middle here. So that is awesome. I'm just throwing things on the floor. Well, sort of. So let's show you the yarns. This is Log House Cottage, and I think, if I'm right, I kept one of her cards. I did. So she has these beautiful, these are her tags. Kind of psychedelic. I'm not sure if it's gonna focus very well. So that's Log House Cottage, and I like the back because it's got this little sheep. And this is Shelley, and she's from, well, she's from here, Ottawa. I bought a kit that she had for sale for the Land of Lakes, and it had this beautiful cream with these specks of green in it. Not sure it's gonna pick them up. Just, it won't focus. There we go. So if I turn it, you can see those greens, and it's just, it's amazing. And then there's the gray skein, which is in a cake right now, but you can see the specks of green. It's just stunning. It's a little darker. It's not really showing up quite well there. That's the gray, and then there's the green, which is just tonals. It kind of, there we go. So that's what I'm knitting on, and I'm going to show you my progress, as long as I don't knock these needles everywhere. So the last time I showed this, I'm pretty sure I was where the progress keeper is, and I'm using a unicorn because Melinda loves unicorns. So I got the rest of the lace done, and I'm back into the ribbing. You can see the specks of green and stuff in the yarn. So that's where I am. I'm going to move my marker right now, my progress keeper, so then I know exactly, oh, and I just pulled and snagged a bit. So I know exactly where I can start. Sorry about the clunking of the needles. I'm having difficulties. So that is that. Okay, so acquisitions. I got, what did I do with the card? I got some mail from the Yarn Matrix, who is Rosalee, and she sent this cute little card. And I love cards. I usually keep all of them. And we've been chatting, and she is sending me some yarn to review, to give away, and to share with Lynn. So the first one that I noticed in her shop was called Smashed Pumpkin. It's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 462 yards for 100 grams. Does that just make you want to die? It's like true to color. The next one is this one, and it's called Mr. Toad's Lily Pond. It's a 75-25 BFL nylon, 464 yards for 100 grams, and these are fingering. Oh, the colors are perfect. So perfect. You can see, just see the difference of greens. And then there's one called Chocolate Toffee Crunch. So it's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 462 yards per 100 grams. Like, really? I have to choose? Killing me, man. Killing me. And the last but not least is Blue Skies and Horsetail, 75-25 superwash merino nylon, 462 per 100 grams. And this, there we go. Like that, it's so perfect. I'm going to try and hold up her card that has her information, so hopefully it'll focus on it. Just doesn't want to do it. Let me try again. There we go. So Rosalee Millet, you've got her email address. She's on Etsy. She's Row Millet on Ravelry and Instagram, and the Whiny Knitters on YouTube, which I have not checked out. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at that yet. So I have to choose one for a giveaway, one for Lynn, and the other two are for me. So I'm thinking I'll give this to Lynn because this is her. Blues and browns. I'm pretty sure she'll like that. Which means I have to pick from these three. Like, I almost want to take those, but then I like these. I don't know. Smashed pumpkin, like, oh, I'll figure it out. So that was my stash. Ooh, this week. Gonna have a heck of a mess to clean up. There we go. So that was my stash this week. Yeah, that was it for sure. I don't think I got anything else. I have a few things coming, but I don't think I got anything else. So the next thing is shop news. Sorry. I cut if you saw on Instagram, a crap ton of bags. I'm just going to show them to you quickly because they're cut, they don't have interfacing, and they're not sewn. I do my bags in stages. One day is cutting, so yesterday and today I did some cutting. Tonight I'll probably do some interfacing, and then throughout the week I'll be doing interfacing, and then one night I'll decide to sew. So I have quite a few bags coming. So this is one. Absolutely stunning. And it's got this kind of calligraphy writing on the inside. And yes, it is going this way so that I could get 2 bags out of it. So that is one. The next one, oops, not there. It's this one here. So it's yellow and blue flowers, and then that's the inside, so it goes like this. The next one, more of another kind of a Eiffel Tower Paris style. And there's 2 of these, and they'll be different, so if you're choosing one of the bags, you might not get the exact one you wanted, but I'm going to put them in the same listing. This one I love, and I had cut a whole bunch and not realized that if I folded the fabric a different way I could get 2 bags. So all of these, there's only one. You can see the little yellow sheep. So this is what it's going to be like. Oops, I'm going to show that little yellow sheep. But I have enough left that I can piece myself together a bag, so I'm not worried about it. There's going to be 2 of these. Yeah, so the gray Eiffel Tower one, there's 2. The pink one, there's 2. This one, there's going to be 2. And it's got this beautiful little flowery interior fabric. We've got foxes with some gray. Hearing noise in the room next door, and my son's not here, so I'm wondering what my husband's doing. So this is kind of an orange one, and it's got this beautiful orange. There's only one of each of those. There is a bee fabric that I absolutely fell in love with. One of these is going to go in the shop. These are all fat quarters from Walmart. There's going to be 2 of these. Are these just the regular size? Sorry, just give me one sec. So there'll be 2 of these. Actually, one of this size. This is a smaller size, and then there'll be a slightly bigger size, which is, if you can tell, taller. It's slightly wider, not very wide. Then I have, same thing with this, slightly medium size and a small. So we've got the cats. This was very popular. It's sparkly. It's got the green that pulls out, that pulls in the eyes. There's another one here. I've got a small and a medium. So this is a coffee themed with like a beigey. So that's the small. Medium is slightly bigger. Another coffee themed bag. So a small one with the beige as well. This is a slightly bigger one. Oops. Then we have some owls. So we've got a small and a medium. So those two. Oh, did I not show the back? That's the back for those two. The inside. And so we have a small and medium of different color owls. Kind of the same thing, but just different color with blue on the back. So there's a small there and a medium. And then we have orange on the back, small, medium, and then I've got the ghoulish ones. So that's a small. It's got gray on the back, and this is a slightly larger one, so medium. And then we've got, I call these my Halloween cats. That's got gray. So that's the small. There's a medium. This one is called Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's, I think, the medium. Not quite sure. Yeah, that's the medium, and I have a small, and it's got this, the matching, like it's like a green. So it's got the matching green on the back. I didn't even realize that it was Nightmare on Elm Street till I read like the little white band that goes down the fabric. These are two small ones. So cats, little ghosts. It's got orange. So there'll be two of those. This one is slightly different because I cut it from a different part of the fabric, but you've got the same idea. So this is a small, and yeah, so there's ghosts and pumpkins. It's got this yellow fabric on the back. Pulls out some of the yellow in the design. There's a medium. Oh, I'm not done yet. Then I pulled out my Game of Thrones. So there'll be a small one of these, just with a gray. And then there'll be a larger one. There's actually two larger ones, but one is for me. And then I got this fabric that Lynn gave me, and I made her a bag out of it because she absolutely loved it. And it's got that swirly fabric on the back, so that's a small, that's a medium. Then these I picked up from there. When they get to the end of the bolt, they just cut them off and measure them and then price them, and they're usually priced a lot lower than you would find the actual fabric for the size. And then I've got little yellow on the back. That's the small. There's a medium. And then I have one fun one that I wanted to throw in. I know it's September, but I had to. Isn't this fun? And so I put the yellow to kind of tie that together as well. That's a small and a medium. So outer fabric, This is more of a peachy color. You can't tell. It's a small one I haven't got the lining for yet. This one, I haven't got the lining for it yet. Okay, so thin, I didn't think there was two pieces. And then this one is, I'm probably going to put a gray. So you've got skulls, crossbone, whatever you call those. They're pirates. And then, so there's too small for that one. And I believe this is a medium. Yeah, they're too small and a medium. And then I have some other fabrics that I want to cut. I just haven't done so yet. So I want to make a bag with these colors. And then I have this octopus fabric that I love. So I'm going to pair that with the gray. And then I have this one that is just so much fun. I think I sent that one to a friend. I can't remember. And last but not least is a fabric that I haven't found an interior for yet, which I'm probably just going to use like white. So it's got tiny hints of blue in there. Just barely see that. Yeah, so I have a pile of bags. That's it for those. The only thing I have left podcast wise is I have a coupon code for my shop, which is ongoing. It's 15% off with the code TTS15. And so you can use that for anything. There's no minimum. If you forget to use the coupon code, just message me and I will refund you back the difference. And so that's it for podcasting news. And so Saturday, my daughter's birthday is on Friday, so I took her to Montreal on Saturday. Well, that was a cluster, you know what. Yeah. My son asked us to go somewhere just outside of Montreal to pick up something from an ex-girlfriend's, and I thought, okay, it'll be fine, it won't be that far. Yeah. It added an hour and a half onto our trip. And then by the time we got to Montreal, and I had found a parking spot that someone had told me about, and I think I put the address in wrong. Anyway, so we were downtown Montreal driving. The GPS on my phone and my daughter's phone were going insane. Like, it would tell you to go one way and then it would switch and say, no, you need to turn around. At one point, her GPS, I think she was on the top of a building. It was crazy. Like, they just kept turning and they wouldn't, like. So I figured out where the underground mall thing was, the Eaton Center. And what did I do? I think we finally saw one of the streets it was on, and we just found outdoor parking on the road, paid for like $9 for 3 hours, and just said go. So once we got into the malls down in the underground, yeah, they're very confusing if you don't know where you're going. And there's certain stores she wanted to hit. So we did find Steve Madden. She got herself a pair of those really high boots. And then she couldn't find clothes. She's going out on Friday night. She wanted a new outfit. I was buying it for her. Couldn't find anything. So then I'm like, well, there's another underground mall like a block or two away. Let's try and find that one. She was looking for DKNY. We didn't find DKNY, but we found Zara. I believe there's some here. So we got into there, and she was looking at this t-shirt type of dress that girls are wearing. I don't get it, but apparently it's a style. And so she tried that. I was standing in line because it was a really long lineup for the change room, and I'm like, you just keep going, go look around. And she ended up finding, I'm looking there because I have to hem it for her. She ended up finding a cute little dress. I'm going to hem it for her because it goes past her knees, and she wants to be able to show these boots that she just bought, and got a really good deal on the boots. They were regular $150 down to $99, and then another 20% off. It was awesome. And the guy put on these anti-slip pads on the bottom because that's all you need is to be in like heels this high and fall flat on your face. Not a thing you want to do on your birthday. So by the time we did that, we decided to just go to a brew pub. And I had heard that this brew pub wasn't that great. But we were just like, I don't see anything in eyesight that I want to eat. Let's just do it. I'm not going to say the name of it, but if you're from Ottawa, there's one on the corner of Bank and Wellington on Spark Street. So if you know where that is, there's a brew pub on the corner. Never doing that again. Overpriced. Food was really not that great. I should have just listened to my instincts. And there was a Moxie's we had passed on the way in, but we had totally forgot about it. So yeah, that was an experience. She bought a cocktail which had gin in it, which is fine, but it was supposed to be fruity. All she could taste was gin. The beer I got was a blonde. It was awful. So the next time we plan on going to Montreal, we're going to make sure that there's no pit stops on the way, that I had printed out instructions, but it was to go to the parking that my friend had told me about, so it wouldn't have helped us, but we'll have printouts, and it should hopefully go better next time, I'm hoping. So that's all I have to update you with this week. So I want to thank you if you're a returning viewer and you came back, and I want to thank you if you're a new viewer and you came to check me out. I hope you stick around. You can join the Ravelry group. You can subscribe on YouTube. Give me a thumbs up. That helps the ratings. Check out my shop with the coupon code TTS15. And I will talk to you probably on Friday or Saturday. So thanks for coming. Have a great week. And don't let... I forgot my tagline. Don't drop your stitches? I can't remember. Okay, so happy knitting. Don't drop your stitches.